Hey everybody, gonna try a new little ditty here. Just giving you some of my top plays on the slate for tonight, Wednesday, November 18th. We got a 10 game slate, and just give you some quick hits with some of my favorite plays on the evening. On these 10 game slates, it's tonight especially is a night that you want to pay up for some studs, but I'm gonna try to sprinkle in some value also. And just give you some of my thoughts. So here we go. Start with the point guard position. We're not going to get too fancy here. Russ is probably the play, and we're going to be looking at DraftKings prices. But most of these plays apply to both of the big sites. So you got Russ at 12.2. I mean, look, Kevin Durant is out. When Durant is out, Russ's usage goes through the roof, and yes, his price is climbing. But the matchup couldn't be better. Ish Smith is not going to guard Russ with any success. So I just expect Russ to dominate this game. There is some blowout potential, but I think it's going to be all right. He's going to meet value. I think, obviously, that's a huge number, but I expect him to get there. From the same game, at the same position, I also like Ish Smith. Holiday is not going to play on the second night of back-to-back, so he's out, which means lots of minutes for Ish. And fortunately, he doesn't lose points by getting burned by Russ on every other possession, so that's good. But I expect him to have plenty of usage also. And maybe my favorite play at the position tonight is Damian Lillard, another high-usage guy. Houston is still without Beverly, and obviously he's their best point guard defender, and Ty Lawson right now is the only guy racking up significant minutes, and he is terrible at defending point guards. So I really like Lillard tonight at 8.8K on DraftKings. Moving on to the shooting guard position, give you two plays here from that Portland game. Also, we got CJ McCollum at 6.5. Look, his shots were falling in the early part of the season. Obviously, we're still pretty early on here, but those first few games or so, he was just lighting it up. He's not hitting as many shots now, but he's still taking them. His usage is still there, and his price is still pretty reasonable. So I like him to meet value at 6.5K. My other favorite play at shooting guard is Monte Ellis, and this is only if George Hill is out. Monte's been crushing value, and in the last game, he crushed value again. He obviously didn't get off to the best start, but he still met value, and I expect the same thing tonight against Philly. And there's a little bit of blowout concern, but Pacers don't really tend to blow teams out. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there, but I really like Monte at 6K. Small forward position, the guy who hurt a lot of people last night was Nicholas Batum. He had been crushing it, like 4 straight games of destroying value for 4 straight before last night. He's been shooting, okay, so the 3 games before last night, he shot 17 shots, 18 shots, 19 shots. That's a ton of usage for a small forward. And then last night, he only shot 9 times, and he was 1 for 9, so that was rough. But a lot of people are going to be off of him tonight because of that recency bias from what he did last night. I expect that 1 for 9 to be more of the outlier and not the norm. So Nicholas Batum at 7K, even with the price climbing a little bit, I really like him. Oh, also, Joe Johnson will probably be matching up against him most of the time, and Joe Johnson is bad at defense. So Aaron Gordon is my next small forward play, 4.2K, all right? And this is if he draws the start. We expect Oladipo to be back from his concussion tonight. That's looking like the case. So the minutes might be a little bit more of a question mark. Channing Frye has also been starting, so there's a little bit of question there, but I really like him as some salary relief at the small forward position if things are looking good ahead of time. Again, don't just lock him into your roster. Make sure you look up the news and the updates as lock approaches, so check on that. Onto the power forward position. All right, DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie. He is not listed as a center anymore on DraftKings. He's listed as a power forward. His price is still really high, but he's really good, 10.3K. Okay, he's had over 30 real-life NBA basketball points in his last 3 games, including double-digit free throws in 6 out of 7 games that he's played this season. And those free throws raise a guy's floor, so they make them just so much safer when a guy's taking double-digit free throws, and he's making most of them too. So I really like him. It's a good matchup for him again. I just expect him to dominate and to continue to have that high usage, and making it rain from three. He's seems funny to say that, but next guy at power forward is Terrence Jones. There's some reports about potential injury to his hand being wrapped or something like that. So let's make sure he's healthy first. But at 6.2K, he is absolutely dominating and meeting value big time. He's got double-digit shots in 3 straight games. Now there's a little bit of question mark around what the new rotation looks like for the Rockets with Kevin McHale no longer coaching. So we don't know that exactly, and it is a little bit more of a risky play, maybe a GPP play as opposed to cash. But I really like him to meet and exceed value. Onto the center position. Okay, at 7.5K, I really like Pau Gasol tonight. Here's why. No Derrick Rose. So Derrick Rose, he takes plenty of shots, double-digit shots in just about every game. I think he's averaging 14 or 15 shots per game. But I expect that usage to get spread out. The 2 main beneficiaries are Pau Gasol and Jimmy Butler, who is also in play. But I like Pau tonight. He's going to see kind of a depleted front court there, and I like the opportunities that he's going to have. Plenty of usage, but I expect Pau to cash in for you tonight. And then as a salary saver center here, Steven Adams at 3.9K. Now, nobody's going to see Steven Adams at 3.9K and be like, oh, wow, great play. But listen, he's not super safe, but New Orleans really struggles against the center position. And especially if Anthony Davis is out tonight. Anthony Davis obviously is their best rebounder. And Steven Adams, he's getting 25, 27, 28, up to 30, 32 minutes per game. And I expect this game actually not to be. I don't expect OKC to blow them out by 15 points. I expect their starters to be getting minutes in the fourth quarter as well. I think Enes Kanter is also in play here, obviously at a higher price point, and they're pretty much splitting minutes. But I like the opportunity for both those guys. I just like Steven Adams' price a whole lot more, and expect him to have a good shot at meeting value. So those are my thoughts for you today. As always, you can hit me up on Twitter, ColinMan005, and ask questions that I will probably have an awesome answer for. Sound good? All right. And I'm going to try to do this every Wednesday, at least every Wednesday, maybe more than that. Maybe I'll have a special guest on with me in the future. So anyways, look out for that on Wednesdays. I'll bring you my quick hits on the NBA slates, so long as there is NBA DFS. Okay, bye.